Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bachelor Happy Hour. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Charity, and we are back with an episode. Oh,
A no guest episode, which are usually my favorite.
yeah, because we can just talk kind of however we want to. I mean, we do that anyway, but it's like real girl chat, you know?
Because I think I would, in a way, love for people to see our messages to each other. And this feels like a little peek into that.
I
What
mean,
we can say.
how much would we sell our text messages for?
That and speaking of selling text messages,
Yeah.
we have some hot topics to talk about today.
Mm-hmm.
But up first in our headlines, Joe Amabile reveals how much he'd sell his soul for to become a reality TV villain.
Which is crazy because I'm like, it's priceless. You know what I mean? Like, well, not priceless.
Truly.
It's a hefty price tag on it because I'm like, I feel like reality TV villain comes with very dangerous territory. There is like
Hmm.
pros to it because like it's almost like, oh, you kind of go in this like hall of fame, you're legendary. However, I feel like when you're in the heat of it, whether that's when your show is airing or not, you're gonna always get like, there's just like it's hard for you to convince people to change their perception about you. And
Hmm.
so he said 500 grand. And I'm like, that's it? And that's exactly what Serena said. I'm like, that doesn't seem like that would be worth it for me personally.
No. And I have a question for you, Charity. Do you think
Yeah.
we have lost the art of a reality TV villain due to like social media? Because I feel like we used to have some iconic villains that people
Oh,
loved.
yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely. And I'm like, that's where I'm like, bring these people back.
Hmm.
Casting department, that is like the primary focus that you guys need to be going into these meetings with, looking for is for someone who is just unapologetically themselves, good
Hmm.
or bad, like in all ways. I personally feel like that does not exist anymore. And it is
It
because of
doesn't.
social media. It's so
Hmm.
hard for people to be organically themselves, even if it is, like I said, a bad side of themselves, because they are
Hmm.
afraid of just how the internet might destroy them. And that's sad because I'm like, that also is another like side of the coin that is like a bigger discussion of how people conduct themselves on social media. It's like too
Hmm.
parasocial. People are too invested. It's a TV show at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like it
Yes.
should never be that deep, but it is.
Hmm.
So I'm like, how do we fix this? Like, how do we go about getting the OG reality TV back on our screens?
Yes, because I think of like even the lovable villains, like Corinne from The Bachelor or like Parvati Shallow from the Survivor
Yes.
series. They were so fun to watch, and they didn't have to deal with what people deal with now, which is basically
Mm-mm.
forfeiting anything you want after the show, like your chances of getting asked on another show, your brand deals. Like, are
Hmm.
you up to date with any of the summer house drama that's happening?
Yes, if you're referring to everything that happened, well,
Yeah,
obviously the reunion, before the reunion. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is crazy. And I feel like West and Amanda lost not only all their brand deals, but
Yeah.
they lost going into next season. And for me,
Hmm.
I was like, okay, what they did was horrible, but I did want to see everyone back in the house again. And it feels
Yeah.
like because of social media, we're losing seeing those like villains, which make a TV show in a way. Not saying what Wes and Amanda did was right, because it was so wrong. We could get into that
Correct.
too. But I miss watching an unlikable person on TV. I haven't seen it in a
Well, see,
while.
that's the thing. And I also feel like kind of going off of like, okay, them not being asked back for like next season or however it went down. I truly don't even know. I just know they're not coming
Hmm.
back. But part of me is like, are they not coming back because they like, I know Wes got fired, I believe. Like
Hmm.
he was not asked back. But like, I wonder, was
Yeah.
Amanda asked back and she's just like, I don't want to do it because she doesn't want to face like her actions. And to me, I'm like, that also is like a part of the conversation because you you made the bed. Let's lie in it, baby. Let's lie
Hmm.
in it. You know what I mean? It's like, don't run now. Like
And I want to
you stepped
watch
into
it.
right. You stepped into the role of villain, own it, wear it, let's see it. And I'm like, these people
Exactly.
they're not really about it, you know? And it's like we need
Hmm.
somebody like New York. New York needs to be, where is she?
I was
Like,
gonna
where is
ask, who is your favorite villain? And I
where
think
is
New
she?
York is probably, she invented being a villain on
She
TV.
invented reality. Her and I mean Nene is not even a villain, but I'm like
Mm-mm.
her and Nene are in my like Hall of Fame, Mount
Yes,
Rushmore, literally.
For sure. And Corinne, like I know we
She's
keep
up
going back
there.
to her, but I know she's done House of Villains, and I'm trying to think
Hmm.
back to a Bachelor villain that was like hilarious. Like she was talking about Abraham Lincoln taking naps and her nanny. Like
Crazy.
we need that back. And a
We
good New
do.
York, you could never recreate New York, but
You can't. Like you cannot. But I'm like,
mm,
I genuinely don't think, well, actually, no, they do exist. They're out there. It's just like, are they
they're
seeking to go on
hiding.
reality TV or are people like just not scouting correctly? And I'm like, this is why I'm like, I want to have the job of a casting producer because I just, it's almost like I'm in alignment in some weird way. Like I'm not them, but I can see them, you know? I could find
Charity,
them in a crowd and be like, this girl,
you can
let's
find a
get her on here.
villainous person.
Yes. Oh, easily. I know who's right and who's wrong.
Yes,
Correct.
you actually do. You really
I
do.
do. But yeah,
All right.
to just speak on Joe, I just think
Hmm.
500 grand is a little cheap. So I'm with Serena on that one. That's it.
Up your
Doesn't sound,
price.
yeah.
Okay, next topic. We have a little bit more serious, and I want to talk about this one. This is Bailey Brown, and she's talking about getting dismissed
Hmm.
by her doctors for her chronic pain. I appreciate her so much for bringing this to the internet, and every contestant who brings something that's really vulnerable, especially in
Yeah.
the medical field, because I think so many people can relate to things and we just don't
Hmm.
talk about it. And I mean, this is huge. She said that she's been to many doctors with chronic illness.
Yeah.
I think she was talking about being diagnosed with an early autoimmune disease, which is
Yeah.
so
So,
broad, right? Like there's
hmm.
so many different things, and I feel like it's so easy to be brushed off, and her bringing attention to this is huge, and I'm happy she's finally getting the care that she needs for that.
No, honestly, and I'm like, I think about just how many people I've had conversations with separately about going to the doctor or just healthcare in general. And it's
Mhm.
so hard. And I'm not even trying to put like a gender on this, but it is very hard for a woman to like be heard and to feel seen in a doctor's office. It's very
Mhm.
scary, truly, very scary. Um, because I feel like, I don't know, you can have this outwardly, and she mentions this, like having this outwardly appearance of like,
Mhm.
you're fine. Oh my gosh, you are so healthy. You look great. And it's like a lot of these things are like, I don't want to say like silent, but they are like, it's like, I feel this. You don't, it wouldn't manifest or it wouldn't show up in this way. But like, I know, like, I'm trying to be, in tune with my body and listen to my body and advocate for it in the way that it best should be advocated for. But no one's hearing me. And it's like this fight that a lot of people go through time and time again until they either give up and then something bad happens, God forbid, or it takes, endless doctor bills and fees to finally find or come across a physician who's willing to listen to you, which is why I'm like, I also love that she mentioned going to like a functional health doctor because I'm like, I'm in a space where I like love both. I'm like, I love traditional medicine, but then also functional health because I'm like, they look at it from a holistic standpoint. It's not just like, oh, this is like the primary symptom, that's it. It's like, oh, what's your diet looking like? What's
Mhm.
your, lifestyle looking like? What's happening here? And it's like all of these things work interchangeably with each other. And if they're not working well and we're only looking at one singular issue, then we're not ever really addressing like the root of the issue. So I'm so happy she spoke out about this because I'm like, this is literally what I feel like a lot of us deal with and go through, but sometimes just feel like hopeless because we're like, oh, like if it's not working, then what do I do or like how do I go about this? So thank you, Bailey. Obviously, um, wishing you so much wellness in your health and your health journey, but we are just proud of you for like having the courage to like open up and talk about this. I know that that's probably the most challenging thing, but
Mhm.
hopefully you are getting the answers and well on your way to just being a healed human being.
Yes, I love that. All
Beautiful.
right. Now that we're off the hot topic, should we talk about some other things happening in reality TV culture? One I would
Let's
love to get your opinion on.
come on.
I know this happened a couple weeks ago, but just going into the craziness of reality TV and how it leaks into everyday life, we need
Hmm.
to talk about the Summer House audio leak.
Hmm.
Coming from someone who has been on a reality show, like on a reality show and a viewer, what do you think about that?
I think it's crazy. I think it's insane, if I'm being honest.
Hmm.
And I know I'm saying like buzzwords right now, insane, crazy, but like that's all I could truly sum up what this was. And when I first came across it, I was like, huh? Like this happened? Like this was able
Hmm.
to be even happen? Like, it just blew my mind because I really do feel like once something in reality TV world, once something leaves like production or leaves a set, it becomes a beast of its own. And especially as
Hmm.
we know it, like with social media and with like online culture, it's now in the hands of millions. And without full context, obviously we saw a leak, so it's not the whole thing, but like you
Hmm.
have a portion of whatever was being discussed at the time, and now there's no context around, like, it's just crazy, context or not, but I'm like, I feel like that's so important for like things to be understood properly and like, correctly.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, Godspeed, honestly, because when I heard it, I was like, I mean, I'm like everybody else at this point. I'm like, I'm not even like taking into account, like, oh, like, well, this could have happened. It's like, it's just mouth, like your jaws drop. You're like,
Hmm.
what? Like, this is happening. This is going on. Who did it? Like, we're running to like make accusations or assumptions about like, oh, so and so did it because he's upset. And it becomes just out of hand. And I
Hmm.
think that's what can be very dangerous when something like this happens in the reality TV space. It's just a tricky situation, truly. And I'm like, I don't know how they, first of all, how did they find out who, like, who did it?
Well, I do know that Andy said that Jennifer Lawrence, who's a huge Bravo fan, and also so is
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna, but Jennifer Lawrence had a hand in figuring this out. I think she just decided that she wanted to become a detective on top of
Period.
being an Oscar, nominated winning actress. But
Ugh.
I also have a question for you because this is
Mm-hmm.
Bravo. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Bravo does such a good job at all press is good press in a
Oh,
way
yes.
of
Oh, yeah.
everyone on earth was talking about this audio leak. I was excited to watch the reunion. They
Mm-hmm.
take Scandal and they turn it into like something
A
that people
moment.
want to see, a moment.
Yeah.
And they do it well.
Yeah.
Scandival,
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah. Which is, I'm like, do we take notes? I don't know. But I agree with you, and I find that so fascinating, but I think
Hmm.
that's also very telling about, I don't know, maybe their fan base too, of just how they digest news. I think that's a big, like,
Hmm.
again, there's so many different parts, but everyone has a role equally in how that's able to be something, I don't want to say successful, but like a scandal turning into like a iconic pop culture moment. That's
Hmm.
crazy saying that in one sentence, but that's exactly what happens. And like you said, this audio leak like went everywhere, like
Hmm.
everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody had eyes on it. Everyone probably listened to it, who probably didn't even watch the show. So it's like, yeah, I mean, it could be good if it's managed and circulated correctly, but it also could
Hmm.
be bad. And I feel like they obviously made it work because this whole reunion, the whole Summer House scandal became something far greater than what I think probably they even imagined. But like, hey,
Yes.
good press, bad press, press is press.
And that's also what I wanted to ask is what are your thoughts on spoilers?
Ugh, I don't like them.
Hmm.
I don't like them. I think
I
it ruins the experience. It ruins it. Yeah.
I used to be so conscious of avoiding spoilers for reality
Mm-hmm.
TV shows, but I think since I've gone on one, I want to know. The spoilers. I
You
always want to
do.
know. Yes, I do, secretly.
See, but like, is that because you're actively watching the show or you're not? I only want to know the spoilers if I'm like, I know I can't be dedicated to watching this show, so like, tell me now. But if I
Hmm.
am someone who is a viewer and I'm like, this is my show, I'm clocked in every Wednesday night at this time, it's like, don't tell me anything about it because otherwise
Hmm.
it's going to mess with naturally my psyche of like what I think this scenario, how it played out. Because we, at the end of the day, we know we don't see everything, you know?
Hmm.
So it's like, I'm wondering what's missing, what's not. So I do think that there's a world where it can be beneficial, but I do personally, for me, I'm like, no, if I'm watching a show, keep them away
Yeah.
from you.
Do you think in the Bachelor world, spoilers are benefiting us in the way it's benefiting Bravo?
No. I think it's, if anything, I think it's making it more like it damages the experience, it damages the viewing process of it all.
Hmm.
And almost in a way, I feel like it leads to less eyes on the actual segment itself because I feel
Hmm.
like if people did not know, like say you hear, okay, so and so's the lead, whether I'm invested or not, naturally you're going to be like, how does this play out? That's just natural. But
Hmm.
like if I have an understanding or an inkling of like it might be him, I don't know, we'll see to the end maybe, but there's a possibility that percentage now goes down of like, do I want to watch to the end to figure this out or do I just want to come back when the last episode is on to see if I was right or if this spoiler was right. So I do feel like in a way it's a disservice specifically to our franchise because yeah, people watch the our process in specifics for how everything plays out. How does this date work to where she ends up sending this guy home or she doesn't no longer like him or there's a stronger connection that's building here. But like
Hmm.
when people know, it's like all it's like all bets are off. Why should I watch, And I
Yeah.
feel like that's it doesn't do us good because we have a very specific, unique process. It's not like it's just, okay, we're filming a day in the life reality TV show where we are showing all types of, you know, over the course of a summer and it's just, different relationships, all these things manifesting at the same time. It's very different. It's like da 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 da, like a little rigid, but like it's meant
Hmm.
to be that way for the sake of the show. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do think spoilers hurt us because yeah, when people know, they don't care as much.
What do you think about this is so like I feel like niche to being a lead.
Mm-hmm.
I think some Bachelor fans, they like trying to guess who we're with,
Mm-hmm.
and they do that by like looking at backgrounds of our stories and comparing where
Yes.
are they, where are we? What do you think about that? Do you think that's fun or do you think that ruins it as well?
I think that's fun. I think
Hmm.
that's where, again, there is the viewers now have a little bit, not stakes, but like they're more involved on their own in the process of like trying to like again predict the outcome. They don't have anything that's factual or that's guaranteed without
Hmm.
a spoiler, but like if they have a spoiler and say if the spoiler is right or wrong, they now your brain again it just you naturally are skewed a certain direction, so like without that existing at all, it's like, oh, okay, charity season ended, who is she with? They're looking at everything, there's eyes on
Hmm.
everything, but
They're
when
looking
there
at
it's like
everything.
exactly like you said, like backgrounds, like, oh
Hmm.
my gosh, she's wearing a certain colored t-shirt and that's so and so's favorite like it sounds crazy but that's really what happens, like that's so there's so much involved. But
Yes.
again, if I knew like, oh, Rachel picked so and so, okay, now I'm now gonna look at everything that's related to him, and it just
Hmm.
it just takes away. So I do feel like I like the game of like trying to figure out like who is the person at the end, but if I
Yes.
know, I'm like, okay, I'm checked out at this point. Like, okay, wish you best of luck. I'm looking for y'all's first vacation on the boat. Like that's all I care about at that point. Like I don't care about anything else.
No, I love it. It is fun. And I mean, we're talking about the cross into like reality in the world. And
Yeah.
I think the Summer House reunion is obviously over, but there's been a lot of aftermath about it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts? I don't know if you fully watched it. They filmed their reunion after, the summer. Obviously, it was kind of
Mm-hmm.
recent. So there is a lot of discourse still happening around the Summer House reunion. And
Hmm.
Amanda and Wes showed up, and a lot of times when they were asked a question, they were saying they couldn't recall because they didn't watch the season back. As someone who's been on reality TV and also consumes reality TV, did you watch your season back? Do you think that that's fair that they didn't watch?
Um, in this specific situation, no, I don't think it's fair because I think it's
Mhm.
crazy to show up to a reunion and one, act oblivious to your specific actions, which is what we're all discussing and how everything
Mhm.
played out, and you're acting like you have no idea. One, okay, how factual is that? Sure, you may not remember, but like watch the season back so you can be on the same page as the rest of us. This is what we're
Mhm.
discussing. These are the scenes that is it specifically crazy to watch back in real time, or not in real time, but like to take yourself back to that time and be like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that this was happening. Like I'm referencing the scene where oh my gosh, where she like goes up to Wes and she's like, oh, watch me walk away, like watch her walk away, and she's in a swimsuit and like she sits down, like, Cal, my husband's the best like DJ in the Hamptons, and like Wes is playing. Like it's all these little things that I'm like, you're joking. Like
Mhm.
you're actually joking. So in that situation specifically with them, I feel like yes, they should have watched their season back. It's one thing if they did not
Mhm.
have to come to the reunion. Do what you will. Like you know what I mean? At that point, you're no longer on the show. We don't have to discuss it anymore. Go live your life. You made your bed, lay in it. But it's like you made your bed, you lay in it, now you need to show up and make the sheets. Okay? You know what I mean? So it's like
Yes.
that's what you need to do. And they both owed it to not themselves, but the rest of their cast members. And the fact that they could not do that and did not do that, that was a little like appalling to me. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
lie, because I did watch my season back, and I watched my season back for that reason, not just for myself to be like, okay, how did this all like come to be? But for
Mhm.
my fiance, in the event that he has any questions or anything that I need to clarify, but also for the sake that, okay, the viewers are watching this too. If they have something that they are speaking on, I need to be able to give, like, maybe as much as I could appropriate context or whatever. But again, I didn't find myself in a situation like this. I feel like theirs
Mhm.
is way more severe, that they don't really have an option in this situation.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, would you say the same?
And you know what? It's so funny because especially when I filmed my Netflix show, there were so many
Hmm.
people on my cast and they're like, "Oh, I don't watch." And in that case, I'm like, "Okay, we didn't have a reunion." But as for like the shows where you have to show up and take
Yeah.
accountability, I had to watch my Bachelorette season back. And I did that
Hmm.
because in my mind, this is my job
Right.
to show up and know what everyone is talking about and knowing what I did wrong as well. Because
Exactly.
watching myself back on my Bachelorette season was horrific. And I
Hmm.
learned so much by watching that back. And also, my season had a horrible ending. I had to watch myself fall in love knowing that I was alone. It was so hard to
Hmm.
watch back, but for me, it's my job to show up
Right.
to a reunion and know what's happening. So
Yeah.
I can't comprehend this. I don't watch. Like,
I don't
I-
either. I don't get it.
I've had to watch hard things. Like, just watch it back and learn something in a
I
way.
don't get it. I think this is their way, and especially Amanda's way of like, well, I mean, Amanda and Wes, I'm gonna say both of them, like to escape accountability. And it's as simple as
Hmm.
that. It's like, oh, the easiest thing to say is like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see it. But it's like, baby, you didn't have to see it. You did it. You lived it.
Hmm.
Like, you didn't have to. But like you, like I said, this is your job. You knew you had a reunion to not watch it back and to come onto this couch and to try to at least like, I mean, in my opinion, I didn't sense any like lack or not lack. I didn't sense any empathy or like her being apologetic for anything. I personally did not get that sense from her. I could be wrong, but hey, I would have been on my hands and knees if I was truly sorry. You know what I mean? Like I am
Yes.
so sorry, but like I didn't get that from them. So maybe that's her way of taking the easier way out, but like I said, I think all of this at the end of the day bites them both in the butt, and now
Hmm.
they're without jobs. And I don't know, like to sacrifice your career for, I don't know, a dusty man. I could never.
And I think the part that got
Mm-mm.
to me the most is when she was like, in regards to what? He's like, do you want to apologize? In
I
regards
can't.
to what?
No, it's really crazy. Like, and that's I'm like, to me, I'm like, I don't buy that. Like, I don't
Hmm.
give excuses a lot for people. I mean, I do sometimes when necessary, but in that situation, that's not the right answer. Like, what do you mean in regards to what? You know exactly what we're talking about.
Hmm.
Like, and Sierra did a magnificent job. So that's all I have to say on that.
Sierra Miller on
Truly.
top.
Hello,
Dancing with the
always and
Stars.
forever.
Yes,
Always and forever. Yep, 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 yep.
absolutely.
Okay. I feel like let's
Should we get
see.
into a game?
We love a game as always. And so, with us discussing reality TV, all the ins and outs behind the scenes, we are going to be testing each other on famous quotes from reality TV shows and have to guess which show, which is crazy because I'm like, I know some, but I'm like, my brain is going to fail me right now, but it's okay.
Our producer is going to read the quotes to us, and we're going to try to guess either the show or the person who said this iconic reality TV line.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
I'm
right.
nervous.
So let's start things off. We're going to start things off pretty easy. And you guys are going to jump in whenever you think you know the answer, and we'll give you a point. And if you can also say who said it, we'll give you an extra point. Are we
Okay, okay.
ready?
Okay.
Okay. First one. My heart is gold, but my vagine is platinum.
Bachelor,
Corinne.
There
Corinne.
we go.
I know. I'm
Nice.
like,
She
I feel
is
like,
one of my favorite villains of all time.
hello. No, she's iconic. She's
Hmm.
crazy.
okay, the
Abraham
next.
Lincoln took naps. It's true.
All right, the next one is who gonna check me, boo?
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
There we
Neat.
go. Do we have the person?
Um, Sheree.
There we go. She by
Yeah,
Sheree.
let's go. She by Sheree. Summer, spring, summer joggers. Hello.
All right, this next one, hopefully you guys know it. We just talked about stuff, but it's not about the pasta.
Vanderpump
Um,
Rules. James and Lala, right?
was that at the reunion?
No, it was on the street. It was James Kennedy
Please.
James Kennedy, I think he was talking to Lala. Yes.
And it's
Okay.
like debated what the pasta means to this day. We'll never know.
Right.
Oh, we'll never know.
All
I'm
right. So the
like,
next one is if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else?
I'm like, I,
I don't
why am
know.
I blanking? No, I know this, but I'm like, I'm blanking so bad. I genuinely know this, but I'm like scared because I'm like, I don't even think I'm gonna have it right.
Is it Bachelor?
It's not.
I don't know.
Do you want the answer?
This,
Are we tapping
yeah,
out?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
RuPaul from RuPaul's Drag Race. That's what he says
See,
at the end of every episode.
and I knew that's what I'm
Oh,
saying. I'm like, I've heard it so much that I'm like, where is this from? But okay, that's
I'm
on me.
ashamed at that one.
Same. I'm so sorry.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh.
The next one is New York is in the house.
New
Hello,
York.
New
New York,
York.
right? From
Um, no, is it?
Flavor
It's
of
not.
Love.
I was gonna say, is it Flavor of Love or House of Villains?
it's I Love New York, babe. She
Her
had her
Wow,
own
we're done.
show.
spin-off.
We're
She
done.
did. We
We're
are
done.
done. We are done. I
Okay,
thought
we
we were gonna
got
be
we.
way better than this.
No, I know. I was like, oh, Rachel's gonna take over. Good job.
I did one of New York's quotes at the Bachelorette reunion upstairs by
Period.
myself when she was like, I'm still in the house. Because
No,
I was still in the
no,
house,
no,
unfortunately for
literally. I'm
everyone.
still in the motherfucking house. Hello. Say it
Okay.
fully.
The next one is Expect the Unexpected. This show's actually coming up soon.
Coming up soon.
Survivor?
It's actually Big Brother, and it's Julie Chen
Oh,
Moonves, the host.
I don't watch Big Brother, so I dropped the
see, yeah,
ball
Oh
on that
my, you're
one.
missing out on culture, but that's
I
okay.
no.
All right, now we have Mention It All.
Bethany
Yeah,
Frankel.
Yes, Real Housewives of New York.
good
Let's
Yes.
job.
go. All right. Here's one. Here's a throwback. Lauren didn't go to Paris.
The Hills.
The Hills. That's right.
Uh-huh. I'm like,
Who
who
said
said it
it?
though?
It was Lisa Love. Shout out.
Amazing.
All right.
The
And then
Hills.
let's do two more. All
Okay.
right. This one, not well, bitch.
Who said this? I'm so
It's got to be
bad.
a housewife.
I know.
Yes, we're
Is
getting
it?
warmer.
It's
Oh,
Housewife.
I don't know.
We need to open the schools. This we need to open the schools. This is
How
Dorinda
dare
Medley, Real Housewives of New York.
you?
It's a
Okay.
really, there's a lot
Okay.
of memes. It's a great meme. All right. And the last one we're going to do,
We need to open the schools.
we need
I'm
to open the
dead.
schools. Um, Rot in Hell.
Our
Come on,
close
Rachel.
personal friend, Brittany. Brittany
Brittany
Cartwright.
from
Yes.
I said
Vanderpump Rules.
Rotten Hail.
rot is the
I have a
rot for
sweatshirt
me.
that says Rotten Hail.
Great job, guys. I think we're honestly, I think we're pretty tied up. So congrats.
Oh,
We'll get you
yay.
some reality TV education here later, but you can continue with
Amazing.
the show.
Amazing. Okay, so clearly I need to do some more. I just need to go back and rewatch all like reality TV, iconic, just start to finish.
I just
I'm
really
always like,
thought we were going to be better at that.
I know, but the thing is, like I know a show. I just like I'm like, well, or I know like one or the other, but I'm like, but if I feel like if I know a person, I should know the show. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
that's neither here nor there. That was fun. I do like that. I'm gonna go rewatch The Hills now because I need to feel some like nostalgic energy in my life. And
Uh-huh.
yeah,
I need to go back and watch all the Housewives as well. I've been in a very Housewives mood.
moon, yeah.
The
Can this
OGs.
be our petition? If Nene ever listens to this, I need her back on my screen because I feel like
No.
that's when everything went wrong in the world. It's when she was no longer a part of the cast, you know?
I think that's when we jumped timelines and got
Her,
into whatever we're in right now.
thank you for acknowledging that because I'm
Yeah.
her on Traders would it would
Uh-huh.
transform. Actually, there's nothing else I would want to do in my life than to be a trader with Nene. Like I
Charity,
would be
also,
at her.
you need to
I
go on Traders
I do. I would be at
very,
her beck
very
and call, but
soon.
like I the way that I'm like she would really push me. Like I would be afraid I would be afraid to do nothing. But the thing is like if it was me and her left somehow and like we were
Mm-hmm.
I would just hope that she would trust me, but I don't know. I'm scared of Nene, but I love her so much. I'm like honestly, you could take the prize.
You're
That's
like,
how
actually,
much
I'm a trade. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
no, I exactly.
I think though, like moving forward, they're always gonna vote the Housewives out because of this last season.
I
They kind
know,
of
which
did
is
them
why
dirty
I'm
with
like,
two
she probably
housewives.
needs to be a faithful, and then like someone recruits her in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has to be at a
Mm-hmm.
certain point where people wouldn't suspect it. But I need her back on my screen
Mm-hmm.
in some
Absolutely.
capacity, and I need it to be a grand show at that. So, yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. Okay, well, we had enough of a reality TV dive today,
Mm-hmm.
discussing all the things, and I feel like I need a little bit of a break. So we will see you guys, I guess, next week. So thank
Yeah.
you so much for joining us on Bachelor Happy Hour. You can follow us at Bachelor Happy Hour and Bachelor Nation to keep up with the latest. Make sure you rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And like I said, me and Rachel will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.